Oh, Nancy? What's up?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Haven't done that. That's done. Haven't done that.
Nancy, Frank was just talking about you.
Oh yeah? Is that so?
Just recounting the time. So how are you? How's Colorado?
Science-y.
Awesome. Not bad.
I want to catch you up on the case.
Give us the deets. Joe, there's already a word that means what you're trying to say. Frank, it's a language, not a museum. Tear down the velvet rope standing in the way of your word imagination. Joe. Sorry, Nancy. Please go ahead.
I was called in to solve a cold case murder.
Whoa, a murder! I am flabber worried. Isn't that a little on the dangerous side?
It might be.
I wish we could be there to help.
Where are you?
We're on a submarine. Well, currently it's a boat, but intermittently it's a submarine.
What are you doing on a submarine?
It's sort of a long story, and we're still putting the pieces together. Not gonna lie, Nancy, it's some pretty sweet stuff. Crime syndicates, pirate treasure, and there's some talk of pirate ghosts, but no confirmations as of yet. But fingers crossed. More importantly, tell us about you.
I'm pretty busy. I'll have to catch you up as I go. Deirdre's decided to help me out.
What's in it for her?
A passing grade?
Ah, lucky. I wonder who her teacher is. I foiled 3 art heists, and did that help my art history grade? No. No, it did not. Rescue a stolen Vermeer, yet you still get a C.
I just saw a really cool Tesla coil demo.
You just said the one thing that could make me wish I wasn't on a submarine. I agree. I've always wanted to see one up close.
It was really impressive. They're definitely on the dangerous side.
Not really. Well, they can be if they're wired up wrong, but overall they're pretty safe.
Do you know much about Tesla coils?
Are you kidding? I'm the biggest Nikola Tesla fan in the world. I think. It might be a tie. I'll allow that.
I met Mason.
What's Mason like?
Cold and detached.
That's a reassuring pair of personality traits. He sounds a little textbook. See if you can get a reaction out of him somehow.
Mason and Ellie seem to hate each other.
On a scale of 1 to standoff?
They're on opposite shifts to avoid one another.
Interesting. That might come in handy.
I met the whole crew.
Now the work begins. There are some intelligence guys here who owe us a favor. We'll see if anyone's got a pass they're hiding.
I met Gray.
What's his story?
He doesn't seem like a people person.
As person people, Frank and I disapprove. Keep an eye on him.
I didn't know you two were Tesla fans.
Tesla was like a real-life wizard. Well, his contributions to the scientific community are the most boring things to talk about when it comes to Tesla, Frank. He carried around an earthquake machine and built death rays. That stuff is probably blown out of proportion. I will not have you in boring Tesla, Frank. He was one of the few scientists who truly valued crazy giant lightning storms. When he was bored, he and Mark Twain would take turns electrocuting themselves. I mean, come on! The flashy stuff is cool, Joe, but what really impresses me is how all of these seemingly crazy things he dreamed up are now being proven to be actually possible.
Like wireless energy.
Yeah, and harvesting energy from space and the Earth itself. Wait, is that what Nico was working on?
I don't know all of the details exactly, but it seems like it.
Amazing!
I better get going.
Bye!
It's Wednesday. I've clocked 49 hours of work this week. I found another note from Ryan on my door this morning. This time a threat. She continues to surprise. She's smarter than she looks. And then later she confronted me by the couch in the lounge and handed me another of her threats. I didn't bother taking it with me. The coil as is, it's little more than a plaything. I can't get the proper flow using the original design. I've got schematics drawn up for an entirely new prototype, but maybe that step isn't necessary. The math is solid, and the small-scale experiments are running at an efficiency of about 80%, and that's using the old design. I checked in on Mason's work today. He has the strangest attraction to exactly the work I'd most like him to avoid. I'm starting to question if he knows what he's toying with. I've made my message to him clear, yet he keeps going back to the rough materials application portion of the process. Perhaps it's time Gray tightens up the network to keep him in line. Maybe it's time to replace him. He's been less of an asset than I expected anyway. I'm finding myself spending more and more time down in my study in a state somewhere near sleep. Viewing the schematics in my mind, looking for flaws. Doesn't make sense that I'm finding none.
out of there.
I need a blank keycard first. Guess this one doesn't work. I need to close the box first. The red must mean it's locked. I bet if I turn everything blue, it'll open.